Alright, we're back, and of course I clicked by accident. But yeah, it's just new project, and we're gonna name this Lesson 3. Alright, so everyone remembers what you need to do, right? Please don't say no. Set motion motors, and we need to set them to CND unless you already have your robots Bluetoothed. And we're going to get, for me, I will just pick rotations. Rotation seems alright, but I might mix it up. So I'm going to grab that one too, because we're now going to do some claw activity. So depending on where you actually put your claw, which I think it should be E, we're going to make it go up and down, and may even try to do a mission today. So we got 5 rotations, 0.5 rotations, which that's usually that's the sweet spot for the rotations is 0.5. Any further, it will make a horrible sound, and you would most likely say, oh my gosh, did I break it? Don't forget that we need to get the weight block. And we're going to change it to 5. 5 seems like a good number. And get stop, exit, and exit program. Of course, we need the buttons. The buttons make things easier. So we go to events and we find, there we go. Okay, and we need left and right. Since I'm dealing with the claw today, I will make my right one the reset for the claw. Of course, make sure you change it to make the claw work for you. This, I believe, will make the claw work, but for you, it might actually be the opposite. And I think I just needed to call it back. And usually rotations of 10, no matter what you're doing, as you saw it for yourself, it actually will make it return all the way back to the table. And don't be afraid, once it actually hits the table and is going backwards and already hit the table, click the button. You don't have to wait until it stops. Click the button or click the red button. That's the stop button. Now for the one thing that we need to do today, I need to build. I need to build. So you're going to build with me. We're going to actually put the distance sensor on today. I should do the touch sensor, but I think the touch sensor, it doesn't really have a good one. I'm adapting what they've showing us on the training video, not training video, but training program. But looking at it, I think there's nothing really to say about the touch sensor. So for right now, I guess we're going to not do the touch sensor, and maybe in the future we'll talk about it. But other than that, I think we're just going to do the distance sensor, which actually is great. It's a great one. I think I'm actually building it right now, so you get to see for yourself what I need. And as soon as I built it, we're putting it together and we're good to go. Now I'm going to do the code. Alright, for this one, it's very simple. Let me just do this. Actually, I should show you what happens when I use it. So I am going to show you And let's not put the distance sensor on just yet, because the distance sensor, actually no, the distance sensor is okay. Yeah, so have it on, have it not on. I think I don't put it on right now. I just took it off, so we're just gonna see what happens when I do this one program. Okay, so now we're back, and I will just put this here. I think I actually just wanted to see without it. So I'm going to just see without it. What we need to do now is get to wait until. Yes, we're bringing that one back again. Then we just need to look for a sensor, which is, so as you can see, these two are the touch sensors. And I think we could use that on the wait until, but for right now, I'm going to just not do it. This is the one that we want. Now be careful. You need to remember where you're putting the sensor. So whichever port you put the sensor in is the one that should be clicked right now. And for me, I actually thought this was good. So they showed centimeters, and you can play around with this to see what actually works for you. But I eventually found that using 40 centimeters was very, very good. But you can try the one that they have already, which is 15%. But 15% for me didn't really work that well. And 15 centimeters didn't really work that well either. So I had to eventually get to 40 centimeters, and hopefully I already showed it, but if not, I'm showing it to you right now. So that's basically it. So enjoy. You know where to find everything. Hopefully you do. If not, then you will most likely have rewind this video and you get to see for yourself where I actually got all of the sensors, all of the coding blocks. So there you go. Now you have the distance sensor, but I didn't like how the distance sensor was shown. They have the distance sensor up like that, which I'm like, that's not. Ugh. So basically, I'm able to just make one myself. So I just made a modification so it actually is down, because having one like that, I guess it will work. But for me, I'm like, I don't really like that, so I actually put them down and made it balanced. Does it actually make it work better? I think it's debatable. But personally, I rather actually have it down like this versus having it up. So it depends on what you want to do, but if you're like me and you wanted to have it both leveled, then that will work for you. And I have no idea, because I did have something that's tall enough to meet it. However, I think you don't need anything next to the table. I think it'll stop on its own. Of course, you can always make it lower, and there you go. It'll be a start of actually trying to build your robot. But remember, this robot might not be your complete or official robot that you're going to be using at the tournaments. So I think you can look at it right now and build things, but just don't get attached to it, because you might actually pick a different robot. But how about we get back to the PowerPoint?